For more than a century, Spain ruled the world. Its ships crossed every ocean. Its soldiers conquered entire civilizations. Gold and silver flooded into the empire faster than anyone had ever seen before. From Europe to the Americas, Spain looked unstoppable. But then, something strange happened. The richest empire on Earth began collapsing from the inside. Its economy shattered, its armies weakened, its enemies surrounded it. And one by one, Spain lost almost everything it had conquered. So how did the most powerful empire in the world fall apart so quickly? And why do historians believe Spain may have destroyed itself? This is the story of how Spain lost everything.
In the 1500s, Spain was not just powerful, it was terrifying. After the voyages of Christopher Columbus opened the Americas to European conquest, Spain suddenly gained access to lands filled with unimaginable wealth. Gold, silver, resources beyond anything Europe had seen before. Spanish conquistadors defeated massive empires like the Aztecs and the Incas. Treasure ships crossed the Atlantic loaded with precious metals. Entire cities became rich almost overnight. At its peak, the Spanish Empire controlled territories across Europe, the Americas, Africa, and Asia. People even began saying, "The sun never sets on the Spanish Empire." Because somewhere in the world, Spain always controlled land under sunlight. Its army was feared. Its navy dominated the seas. Its kings believed they had been chosen by God to rule the world. And for a while, it almost seemed true. But hidden behind the wealth and glory was a dangerous problem nobody fully understood yet. Spain's empire was becoming addicted to gold, and that addiction would slowly destroy everything. At first, the endless flow of gold and silver looked like a miracle. Ships arrived from the Americas, carrying mountains of treasure. Spain became richer than every other European power. But instead of building a strong economy, Spain became dependent on easy wealth. Why build industries when gold keeps arriving? Why develop agriculture when treasure solves everything? Spain spent enormous amounts of money on wars, palaces, royal luxuries, and military campaigns across Europe. The empire burned through its fortune faster than it could control it. And then something disastrous happened. Prices across Spain exploded. Food became expensive. Daily life became harder. Inflation spread through the entire empire. Ironically, the country with the most gold in Europe was becoming economically unstable. Meanwhile, Spain's enemies were evolving. England strengthened its navy. The Dutch rebelled against Spanish control. France grew more powerful. And Spain kept spending money fighting wars on multiple fronts at the same time. The empire looked strong from the outside. But internally, cracks were beginning to appear everywhere. Then came the disaster that changed everything. In 1588, Spain launched one of the most ambitious military operations in history. King Philip II of Spain ordered a massive fleet known as the Spanish Armada to invade England. The plan was simple: destroy England, remove Queen Elizabeth I, expand Spanish dominance even further. The Armada contained around 130 ships, thousands of soldiers, huge cannons. Spain believed victory was inevitable. But everything went wrong. English ships were faster and more maneuverable. Storms smashed parts of the fleet. Chaos spread across the mission. The mighty Spanish Armada was defeated. And suddenly, Europe realized something shocking. Spain was not invincible. The defeat became a turning point. Spain's enemies grew bolder. Rebellions increased. The empire continued wasting massive amounts of money trying to maintain control over territories across the globe. But maintaining a global empire was becoming impossible, especially when the empire itself was slowly collapsing financially. Still, the worst was yet to come.
By the 1600s and 1700s, Spain was exhausted. Its economy was weak. Its military power declined. Corruption spread through the government, and the empire struggled to keep control of its colonies. Then, new revolutionary movements exploded across the Americas. Colonies that had once made Spain rich now wanted independence. One by one, Spain began losing territories. Mexico, South America. Major colonies started breaking away from Spanish rule. The empire that once controlled enormous parts of the world was shrinking rapidly. And while other European nations industrialized and modernized, Spain fell behind. Its dominance faded. Its global influence weakened. Its golden age was over. By the late 1800s, Spain suffered another humiliating defeat during the Spanish-American War. The United States destroyed what remained of Spain's overseas empire. Cuba, Puerto Rico, the Philippines. Spain lost them all. After centuries of ruling global territories, the empire was finally finished. The nation that once terrified the world had become a shadow of itself. So why did Spain really collapse? It wasn't because Spain lacked power. At one point, Spain had more wealth than almost anyone else on Earth. The real problem was deeper. Spain relied too heavily on conquest and treasure instead of building a stable economy. It fought too many wars, spent too much money, expanded too fast, and slowly the empire destroyed itself from within. Because history has shown something terrifying again and again. Empires rarely collapse in a single moment. They decay slowly from corruption, greed, overconfidence, and the belief that their power will last forever. Spain ruled the world, but even the greatest empires can fall. And when they do, they often fall harder than anyone imagined.
If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more dark and forgotten history stories. Because some of the most powerful civilizations in history ended in ways nobody expected.